Sharapova hasn't won a match. Cliff and Chrissy covered it since August of last year. She will drop out of the top 350 players in the world, and it's now 6 straight against top 20. Chrissy said she's not getting back to where she was. She doesn't believe so. She talked about a shoulder injury, shoulder problems in the past year and a half. Patrick, what did you see? What is different about Maria today than what we've known over the many years?
I see 2 things that are different. First of all, she was an incredible competitor, and I don't see that anymore. So at some point she has to win matches, because when you don't win, it just affects your performance in every match. She had a tough first round. She played someone who's in the top 20. And she needs those matches. She needs to go back to maybe smaller tournaments and win matches. Otherwise, I think it's going to be difficult. And the second thing I see is the movement on the court that, to me, is far beyond what she used to be. And I mean, obviously she's struggling to move and to move fast enough. So she's very often in bad positions, and she makes many more mistakes than before. And it probably affects also her confidence.
Bethany, oh, go ahead.
No, I think no matter what, though, whatever status that Maria's at, like, you're still playing against someone that's a champion. She's got those Grand Slams under her belt. She has that #1 under her belt. Like, she has the persona. She's been one of the biggest superstars on the women's tour for a long time now. So I think even the girls playing against her, you still walk on the court and you're thinking about that. So, you know, for Donna to come back, even in that second set, she was down. It speaks volumes to how confident she is as a player. But yeah, Maria, I mean, who knows if this is the last we're going to see of her, or if she's going to continue playing. I think every player is sort of doing it on their own terms. Some want to go out on top. Some kind of want to fade into the darkness. But we'll see. We'll see.
Take a look at what she's done over a career. They talked about the win against Serena that launched her into the stratosphere at Wimbledon when she was just a teenager. She was ranked #1 in the world, a silver medalist, many singles titles, and millions in sponsorships, one over the other. She certainly is, Bethany, a woman who knew her business. As she got older, her team became smaller. She's definitely the boss of her team and her business.
No, she's savvy at that.
She's done a lot for women.
She's involved with that. She's involved with her charities, with her sponsorship, Sugarpova, her candy company. I mean, she's really sort of taken tennis and gone further than that. And I think that's even, you look at Serena going outside of tennis and all, like, it just leads for all of us to kind of expand our brands sort of outside the game. And Maria was one of the first ones doing that. And I give a lot of credit to her and her team for making a lot of smart decisions.
What influence has she had over Serena's career? We often looked for the Maria and Serena when they would play each other. It was so one-sided statistically for Serena, yet why was that such a big matchup?
Well, I think, first of all, Serena has typically the type of game that Maria would struggle with, because she's able to play faster than her. And movement has never been her #1 strength. She needs to strike first. And I think both on the serve and on the return, Serena was a better player than her all her career. So it's difficult for Maria when she starts the point having to run and not being able to dictate. She has to dictate. That's how she's the best. And I think that against Serena, it's very difficult. I have to give her credit also for something. I think she really loves tennis. She's been struggling a lot in her career physically with injuries. At some point a few years ago, a lot of players who would have given up, and especially someone who's so famous, so rich already. She didn't need tennis, and she made an incredible effort to come back to the top of the game after that. It shows how much she loves tennis, and the fight she's going through at the moment also, because not winning a match for so long for someone like her is extremely difficult mentally, probably. And she's still there, she's still fighting, so there is no doubt about her love for tennis.
Yeah, not to ignore the elephant in the room, she was suspended over a drug use. And even then, she had plenty. She could have said, okay, then I'm out. And she came back and kept on competing simply for the love of the game. We're not rushing Maria Sharapova off the stage, but when you see a loss like this in the first round at her age of the career, it's something worth discussing.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.